How can a file on a sensitive matter like bulletproof procurement go missing? Question number 2, how will the government respond to allegations of corruption in the procurement of these jackets? The other question, why were substandard jackets still procured despite the failed test in the year 2004, as pointed out in that report?
Let's try and get some answers to those questions. Going straight across to Mumbai, Shoaib Ahmed standing by. He was the one who got us that story. Shoaib, the question is, has the government, the state government, asked the Maharashtra police or the Mumbai police for an explanation? It seems like a ridiculous thing to say that a file has just gone missing. Has anybody asked them what do they mean?
Absolutely, Parul. That is the question right now. The Chief Minister has promised there will be an inquiry into this, a very, very serious matter of this nature. First of all, for our viewers to understand why is this file important. This file has records of how many of these jackets were purchased, when were they purchased, from whom were they purchased, and what was the quality like of theirs. These are the various questions that are answered in this file. Now, the other important question is the fact that this file also contains a very, very vital report, which was actually an anti-corruption bureau report after the 2004-2005 testing of these jackets, which failed miserably in those testing. The report was prepared, but it is still shrouded in mystery. No one knows about what happened with that report, and now the police claims that with this file, that report is also lost. The other important point, Parul, is the timing. When an RTI application is filed after seeing what happened during 26/11, the police comes up with the response that the file is lost and we cannot give any answers regarding that. This is the most suspicious part of it, and that's what raising eyebrows as of now. No senior officials, no police officials are coming on record as to what has happened with this file. A file of this serious nature going missing and no answers actually given by the establishment as of now.
Shoaib, clearly more than meets the eye, but really that brings me to the other question. We were hearing something from the Maharashtra government of an action taken report possibly to be tabled in this assembly session. What is that action taken report if there has been no inquiry? Point number 1. Question number 2, are we going to see any high-ranking police official being called by the government, being questioned by the government at all, or possibly even facing the sack?
Well, Smita, it's anybody's guess as of now, because the point is the government is stating that the file could not have been lost. Our sources in the police establishment, very highly placed sources, are saying the file is actually not lost. They're just deliberately hiding it because of the fact that if the details come out in the open, it will infuriate the people to no extent. So that is the point. The aim number 1 right now for the government is to institute an inquiry, call the officials who are responsible for the files to be taken care of. Where are these files? What are these details in these files? What such incriminating evidence is in these files which the police wants to hide as of now? We believe from the police sources that actually the jackets which have been purchased, they've been purchased at a rate which is double the market price, and they are of much more inferior quality. There's another point to it. The bulletproof jackets, the best in the world you'll get, actually weigh between 8 to 10 kgs. That is the maximum. Whereas in India, the bulletproof jackets which the Mumbai police uses are much above 10 kgs, which is actually absolutely unheard of anywhere in the world. These are the points. There is one more ridiculous point in the whole thing, Smita. The police say that they want bulletproof jackets which is as long as 42 inches, which is heard nowhere in the world. And that's why there's no reputable bulletproof jacket maker which makes those kind of jackets, and that's why perhaps sources tell us actually the whole tender, the whole assignment went to a local dealer who has provided them with these absolutely substandard jackets. These are all the details we have managed to gather as of now, but the file is still lost, and so the police is actually not opening them out at all, and the government is also shut up.
Right, Shoaib, just very quickly, we are now being told for the new commando force that the Maharashtra government had spoken about soon after 26/11. There's going to be fresh procurement of equipment. We're hearing figures around 45 crore rupees, clearly pressure on the government to ensure that this time around there is more transparency, and the fact that this will be closely watched if this procurement too is going to be faulty and riddled possibly under questions of corruption.
Well, Smita, after these questions being raised, no one envisaged in their wildest dreams the 26/11 kind of a scenario. What is being believed, our sources tell us that no one ever imagined that this kind of a corruption will ever come to the public view, because they thought that the bulletproof jackets at worst would be used for normal gunfights between gangsters. But on 26/11, this actually came out in the open that they were not, they just failed the acid test. And that is why these questions were raised of corruption. That is why the information was sought about these bulletproof jackets. The file goes missing. This will definitely put the government under a lot of pressure that the fourth one, which is coming up now, has to have the best kind of equipment possible. They're procuring a lot of equipment now. Very recently, they have gone ahead and asked for a lot of equipment. These questions, if raised now, would actually force them to procure proper equipment for the future.
Shoaib Ahmed will be counting on you to keep that pressure up on the government. Has corruption cost us precious lives? That's the question at 9 p.m. tonight. Family members of the officers who lost their lives in the 26/11 attacks speak out on the issue. We'd also like you, the viewer, to respond on IBNLive.com.